I'm pretty sure I did see this in theaters, but the only thing I remember is that there's like a mystical cave or something. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I do not speak this language. I love how many horses there are. He's doing all this with just rings? Kind of cool. Like, if you're gonna be a supervillain, it does have to be cool. That was kind of cool. Oh, 10 rings, like Iron Man 3. Cool. So is this, the 10 rings are a real thing? It wasn't just something that Guy Pearce made up? Wait, this guy's immortal? Is he immortal because of the rings? The bamboo forest is alive. This fight is so cool, it's like they're dancing. Oh, I love this fight choreography. I guess that's the point. I guess it's supposed to look like they're dancing. I assume they're like falling in love during this fight. Like, this music's quite romantic. There better actually be a fucking dragon in this movie. Oh my god. Simu immediately shirtless. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I think it's really funny that all the superheroes are like either in New York or San Francisco. Like, Ant-Man is over here in San Francisco, but like all the Avengers other than him are in New York, and then Clint, like his family home is in like Kansas or Iowa or wherever. But like no one's in the South, no one's in Florida, no one's like in the Pacific Northwest. Like, I don't know, it's funny. Okay, Aquafina. She's everywhere. Post-blip anxiety, you are not alone. Oh my god. I love this like bilingual depiction, like that the grandma or whoever is speaking Chinese and he's just responding in English and they're carrying on a conversation. That's so much more realistic than when shows just like, you know, when shows or movies how they usually do it. I can't think of an example right now, but you know what I'm talking about, where they usually show a bilingual character and it's like, oh, sorry, I forgot I was speaking English for a second. Like, what? Like, the only times I accidentally switch between languages is when I'm speaking my second language and I forget a word and I'll just sprinkle in my third language on accident. Like, I will get my wires crossed between languages, but never between my native language. These dudes are mugging him? Yeah, he looks like he can fight. What the fuck?
You okay?
Can he just fight like this the whole time? I'm gonna try to grade this fight as we go. Sword arm? What the fuck? Oh, and now the bus won't stop. Uh-oh. It's a pretty cool fight, though. I do appreciate when they fight in, like, unconventional locations. Like, right now they're having a fight on the bus. And I liked in Black Widow when they had the fight, like, going through the air. That was cool. Like, instead of just the middle of the street, speeding bus. Uh-oh. The guy just live streaming the whole thing. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? The bus running over every single car. Oh my god. Imagine you have to go to work and you come out, your car has been crushed. He just like randomly has a sister?
You can explain on the plane.
Okay, now we're getting the flashback explaining that he has a sister. Cool. This is fucked up. Dad trained his kid to be a child soldier. Oh, and sister's practicing in secret. I see. Cool. Cool. But dad's a sexist because dad isn't teaching the daughter. The flight attendant. Wait, she doesn't even know that. She doesn't know that he's got a Chinese name? Yeah, Shang to Sean, not a huge leap there. That guy has the glowing thing from Iron Man 3. Oh, cool. A giant swamp monster? What the fuck? Oh! He did the... Wait! Is that Wong? What? Why, are you hitting yourself? Kind of some weak setup to have an excuse to have another fight scene, but The fight choreography has been pretty good, so I'll take it. So Wong was just here for a cameo? He's not even interacting with them? Oh, his sister. He has to fight his sister. The guy said he never heard of her. His sister is very cool. Okay. I feel Katie so hard. Hey, xialing, you're so cool. This fight on scaffolding is pretty cool, but also anytime anything like this happens, I'm so scared of heights. This is horrifying. Hotel California. Oh, good job, sister. She saved Katie. Cool. I was literally just saying in Black Widow that like it didn't make sense they were speaking Russian to each other, so I love how much they're speaking Chinese, Mandarin. I assume Mandarin to each other. It's it makes the entire story, for as preposterous as it is, like way more believable. What's special about the pendant? Uh-oh, Dad's here. I don't know if it makes sense that supervillain Dad was like, yeah, I'll bring Aquafina along. He's like giving this whole speech on Guy Pearce, like going with the name Mandarin for his, you know, evil figurehead. And I Googled Mandarin, just like curiosity, right? Mandarin, like the word Mandarin stems from like the Chinese word for like a bureaucrat. What? Just like a regular bureaucrat. That's who Guy Pearce was like, oh yeah, this is the head of my terrorist organization, just some bureaucrat. But so this guy is the real Mandarin. I'm assuming he was like the Mandarin in the comics or whatever, and because I heard that they fucked up the Mandarin in Iron Man 3, so is this their attempt to like fix it by being like, no, here he is, we actually have him, just Guy Pearce is racist. I mean, I don't know if Guy Pearce is racist in real life. I mean, his character in Iron Man 3. Them as a little family playing Dance Dance Revolution. Does he think his wife is still secretly alive? I can only imagine that it's some like creepy spirit who is trying to take advantage of an old man's grief. Those are necklaces, Guy. Oh, they're dragon eyes. I stand corrected. What the fuck? Been a while since I watched one of these movies where I was like, this would probably be really good in 3D. But this would probably be really good in 3D. Dead wife is speaking to him. This has to be some sort of evil spirit, right? What the fuck? Is there a monster in the dungeon? What? Is he quoting Shakespeare?
Oh, hello, loves.
No. Trevor?
So, from Liverpool?
Please, what?
Wait. I can give you a quick preview if you like.
Trevor.
Well, thank you, Trevor.
Trevor's a captive actor.
What the hell?
Okay. What the fuck?
You can see Morris.
Is that a butt with wings? Morris?
I can see
You're real? Trevor. 19%? Oh my god, Morris, those are not good odds. Trevor thinking Planet of the Apes were actually monkeys. Good for you, dude. This is kind of cool, like the living forest. That's interesting. The Razor Fist car is hilarious. Oh, there it is. It's the mystical cave. The Dark Gate. See? I remembered something.
Why would you think that?
We've completely left the real world now. Like, everything here is green screen. So that's kind of disappointing. Are they getting mystical super suits? Yes, mystical super suits! I almost feel like Shang-Chi himself is like the least interesting part of this movie. Like, he feels like such a blank slate for the movie to happen around. Like, I feel like I don't really know anything about him or his character or what he wants or where he's going or anything like that. Like, Xialing is definitely the more interesting of the sibling pair. You know, she should be the one the movie is about, because he is very, like, milquetoast in comparison. And I guess that's what that whole training thing that he just went through was, where the aunt was like, you need to know who you are, like, who are you? You'll never be good at this if you don't know who you are. But, like, I don't know who he is either. You know, I don't know what he's struggling to find, because it doesn't seem, right now, it doesn't seem like there's much to find. He seems very one note as a character. Whereas Xialing, she is interesting. She has like a backstory, she has motivation, she has something she needs to prove, like expectations to subvert, goals to achieve, and he's just kind of a man. And even the father, like, for being this supervillain type, he's more interesting than Shang-Chi. Like, he craves power, but he fell in love with a woman and that made him give that all up, and then he lost her tragically somehow. I'm not really sure how the mom died. She seems to have just kind of been fridged for the plot. But he, like, has that motivation, and now he's got soul eaters whispering in his ear that's, like, driving him to be evil again. Like, he also has motivations. I don't know what Shang-Chi wants, and I don't know anything about him, really. Oh, is this flashback how the mom died? Okay. Also a very flashback heavy movie, which is fine, but, you know, it's weird that they're using flashbacks to drive the plot forward in a way that breaks up the plot, you know? Like, you're taking a break from everything that's happening because, like, they've gotten to Talo to start their training or whatever, so they're not really doing anything right now. So they need a flashback in order to make something else happen. Like, there's no momentum, so they're using the flashback as momentum instead of just using the flashback to, like, explore things that have been established. I don't know. Just feels like there's kind of a shaky plot overall. It's an enjoyable movie. Like, I'm having a good time. I would probably rewatch this, but I think there's some structural issues here. And the fight choreography is phenomenal. That's by far the star of the entire thing. So he did kill the guy that killed his mom? And then he just couldn't deal with it? Gonna be so fucking for real. I think it would be way more satisfying narratively if the daughter killed him. I don't think Shang-Chi should be the one to kill the dad. See, that fight between Shang-Chi and Wenwu just seemed overshadowed by the CGI. Like, the fight choreography has been the highlight of this movie so much, and that was kind of a letdown. I don't know. They really had me in the first half, and getting into this, like, back half and third act especially, they're losing me on this one, I think. Oh, don't open the spooky mystical cave. Come on, guy. You fell for it. No, the things are getting out. Oh, you stupid idiot. You fell for it. Come on. So Razor Fist is gonna get got, right? Holy shit. Alright, that's what soul eating looks like. Razor Fist got a new machete. The bubbles coming up as bubble rings. so that they look like the 10 rings. Interesting. Is there gonna be a dragon? Is a dragon underwater? Dragon? If there's a dragon, it might save this whole thing for me. Dragon! Oh, Morris is checking on Trevor. Is Trevor acting like he's dead? Yeah. It's just a performance. Okay, each of them having half the rings and fighting. This is pretty cool. This is a better father-son fight. This is cool. Still a little more CGI than I would necessarily like for this fight, but cool. There's another dragon? Yeah, Dad, you fucked up. Xialing's riding the dragon. Fuck yes. The dragon's eating the soul of the other dragon with the... Stop it. Stop it. Aquafina? All right. God, that dragon looks so cool. Telling the story to the friends, and the friends are like, that did not happen. Is it Wong? Is Wong coming to talk to them? I love Wong. That was a cute ending. I liked most of it. I did think the ending was kind of rushed, devolved into a bit of CGI hell. But yeah, I thought Shang-Chi was the weakest of all the characters. Like, he just kind of felt like the vessel through which the story happened. Like, the story happened around him. I don't know how necessary he really was to the plot. I would like to see a movie about Xialing. I think she would make a killer action star, superhero star. Like, she's got the backstory, she's got the motivation, like, that need to prove herself. Like, I think she would have been a better choice to be the lead of this. And the villain was really good. Wenwu was, I liked him. The actor was phenomenal, and he felt really developed. Aquafina was funny. She usually is. But I'm disappointed in Shang-Chi. He felt very flat as a character. I find it hard to believe that the whole movie's about him, you know? Otherwise, I liked it well enough. It was fine. It was a Marvel movie. No huge glaring complaints or anything like that. Very middle of the road, I think. Bruce? Carol?
Not like any alien tech I've seen.
What?
How long did you
So you're trying to figure out what the rings are? Why isn't Bruce still, like, Hulk Bruce? He's just regular Bruce again. You have a long journey ahead of you because Shang-Chi 2 still hasn't been announced from what I can tell. They're at the karaoke bar with Wong. Xialing's with Razor Fist? Is she taking over?
Let's get started. We'll have a lot of work to do.
Is she gonna be the new villain? She's got an army of chicks. Okay, I'll take it. I mean, if there's not gonna be a movie for her, I'll take her as the villain. I like that. Yeah, altogether not bad. I would say, honestly, solid 5 or 6 out of 10. Just like average, middle of the road. Nothing like super negative to say about it, but not like high praise, you know? Other than the fight scenes, most of the fight scenes, the CGI ones at the end got kind of wonky, but most of the fight scenes were some of the best that I've ever seen in Marvel, so props for that, for sure. Man, I had an okay time. Decent movie.